starting the record. Okay. So in the last class, we have discussed about the service endpoint and private endpoint. So what is the use of that? So the major use of service endpoint. Yeah. The major use of service endpoint and private endpoint is related to Azure backbone network. So whatever the traffic is going from the internet now, that will go via Azure backbone network. So what do you mean by Azure backbone network? It is the infrastructure which is created by Azure. Okay, Microsoft ఏదైతే ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ క్రియేట్ చేసిందో ఆ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ నుంచి ట్రాఫిక్ అనేది వెళ్తుంది. ఓకే, సో నౌ in this one we have seen whenever we have created a private endpoint, we have seen this that as it is creating something called as private DNS. So private DNS. Okay, so now for today's concept is DNS. So I think Sampath, I have told you how that DNS works. So DNS is something like converting your domain name into IP address. Okay, domain name ni manam IP address ga manam marustunnam. So we are translating it. So we are not translating it and functionality adi. So whenever you hit a URL on your screen, what it will do, it will convert in the backend, it will convert the domain name into IP address and it will go to different steps and it will show you the URL.
Yeah.
So coming to the Azure, we need to understand two things. The first one is public DNS. The other one is private DNS. Simple understanding. So there is nothing much you need to worry about. This one is public DNS is nothing but which will work on the internet. Okay, over the internet, and private DNS is nothing but within your internal, okay, within your organization. Okay, so there is simple steps. Okay, so for every public DNS creation and private DNS creation, the first thing what you need to do is you need to have a domain. Okay, something like if you are working somewhere like Infosys, suppose if you are working on Infosys, okay, so okay, so you need to go to GoDaddy or you need to go to any other website, or what you can do, you can go to Azure and you can install it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So now let us go here onto the Azure portal and let us do DNS.
Your voice is breaking.
Is it clear now?
Yeah, now it is clear.
Okay. So if you click on DNS, you see it is DNS zone. Okay.
Okay.
So if you see here, Azure DNS is a hosting service for your DNS domain that provide name resolution by using Microsoft infrastructure. By hosting your domain in Azure, you can manage your DNS record by using the same credentials, APIs, tools, and billing. So దీని అర్థం ఏంటంటే just we are building a domain. Okay, so you can buy a domain, or whatever the domain you have, you can use it here. Okay, something like bring your own domain and use it. Okay, so I will show you. So click on create. Okay, so now if you have your own DNS, what you can do is just go and first go and create your name of the resource group. I will say DNS group. Okay, click on OK. Okay, after that, this is the existing. So we don't have any existing domain. So what I will do, I will select virtualcloudlearning.com, which I own it. Okay, which I have owning this domain. So it is coming automatically because multiple training. So it is coming automatically. Okay, So what I'm
Okay.
doing is I'm going and selecting some other region, okay? Something like North Europe, okay? Click on DNS zone editor. So I don't want to edit something because I don't have anything right now, okay? So why
Okay.
your option is coming is, suppose if you have, suppose in GoDaddy మీకు ఆల్రెడీ ఒక డొమైన్ ఉంది, ఓకే? సపోజ్ ఈ
Okay.
GoDaddy నుంచి మీరు if you want to transfer your domain from GoDaddy to your Azure,
Okay.
then you will use this option. ఏదైతే ఆప్షన్ నేను మీకు చూపించానో ఆ ఆప్షన్ ని మీరు యూజ్ చేస్తారు, ఓకే? ఇఫ్
Okay.
నాట్, లీవ్ ఇట్, ఓకే? ఇట్ ఈస్ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫరింగ్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇది చూడండి, ఇక్కడ రాసారు చూడండి, DNS zone file is a test file that contains details of every domain name record in the zone. It follows a standard format, making it suitable for transferring DNS records between DNS systems. So GoDaddy is one of the system and Azure is one system. Okay, so you can transfer it. Okay, I'm not transferring it, just I'm using my domain in Azure, that's all. Okay, click on next, tags.
Okay.
So you can, so there is no need to give any tags. Click on review and create. So once the final validation is completed, click on create.
Yeah, it is done. I think.
Yeah, it is completed now. So now if I want to verify it, okay, if I want to verify this one, what I need to do is, first I need to go to where I have buyed that option, okay? Okay, so I will go and log in into the hosting, which is one of the web hosting domain I have purchased, okay? So I'm just logging
Okay.
into that. Okay, so it will ask for two-factor authentication. So yes, 6. Oh, sorry, I think it has changed now. Yeah, 428-641. So now what I will do is, whatever the NS record you are seeing here, I will just copy it, okay, to here. So I will go to my domain. This is my domain. Okay, so I will go to my DNS and name server. So already I have two DNS here, okay?
Okay.
It is 03, before I have added 08. So what I will do, I will change it, okay? Remove the dot from the last and
So
copy it.
if you use multiple name servers,
Nothing will
what
happen,
will
nothing
be
will happen.
okay.
Okay, so nothing will happen. Now what I have done, now I have added this domain name in my original, where my virtualcloud.com is hosted, okay? So now
Okay.
what I do is, I will go to my virtual machine, click on create virtual machine. So after that I will use this one. I will say DNS demo, North Europe, availability is no infrastructure. So I'm not going to do any changes. I'm going with my Oracle Linux itself, okay? So I will not go with this one. I will go with the smaller one, okay?
Okay.
So I will use the same thing.
Oh, why can't we go with Windows?
You can go with Windows. There is nothing like that. Why you can't go? Okay. If I want to use Windows, I need to go with 4 CPUs. Okay. If I want to go with Linux, 1 CPU is enough for this demo. That's why. That is the only thing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next. So here I don't want to change anything on the standard. networking. I don't have anything. It will automatically create. Okay. I don't have the network, so it is automatically taking it. Okay. The new
Okay.
network. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
So everything will be defined. So review and create. So from Monday onwards, we are going to discuss about the virtual machine. Okay. Today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. 3 days, we will complete the networking. Okay.
Okay. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్ సార్, మీరు రికార్డింగ్ షేర్ చేశారు కదా,
Hmm.
వాటికి మాకు డిస్క్రిప్షన్ తోని వస్తే ఫ్యూచర్లో ఎప్పుడన్నా ఏదైనా టాపిక్ కావాలనుకుంటే డైరెక్ట్ ఓపెన్ చేయొచ్చు.
నేను పంపిస్తానండి. ఐ విల్ షేర్ యూ.
సో ఇప్పుడు ఫ్యూచర్లో ఇప్పుడు ఓన్లీ మీరు అలా ఫైల్ బేస్డ్ రికార్డింగ్ పంపిస్తారా? అంటే నేను లింక్స్ పంపిస్తారేమో అనుకున్నాను.
సి లింక్స్ చూడండి. ద ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఈస్, ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇలాంటి రికార్డ్, సపోజ్ నేను ఇప్పుడు ఇలాంటి 100 ట్రైనింగ్స్ చెప్తే నేను 100 ఈమెయిల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. ఓకే. సో నేను ఎవరికి దేంట్లో ఇస్తున్నాను అనేది నాకు ఐడియా ఉండదు. ఓకే. సో వాట్ ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్ ఈస్ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ ద ఫైల్స్ అండ్ దే విల్ డౌన్లోడ్ అండ్ దే విల్ కీప్ ఇట్ విత్ దెమ్. ఓకే. సి మీకు అలా కావాలి, లింక్స్ కావాలి అంటే లింక్స్ ఇస్తా. ఏముంది, గూగుల్ డ్రైవ్ లో అప్లోడ్ చేసి ఇస్తా. ఓకే.
మీరు ఎలా అయినా ఇవ్వండి, బట్ అక్కడ డిస్క్రిప్షన్ ఏదైనా
నేను
మెన్షన్
ఇస్తాను.
చేసి.
నేను ఇస్తాను. నో ప్రాబ్లం.
I think it is completed.
Yeah. It's completed. Okay. So now go to the source resource. Just click on public IP address and go to putty. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Putty lo kodute open. So it will open, and just what you can do, you can click on user and password. Okay. So now I'm there in my VM. Okay. So what I will do, I will go to root. Okay. Now what I will do, I will just install something. Okay. So that I can show you the demo of the public domain. Okay. Okay. It is taking some time.
సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ లైనెక్స్ ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్లో ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకొని కూడా మనం ఇప్పుడు టెస్టింగ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
AWS లో కానీ మీ దగ్గర ల్యాప్టాప్ ఉంటే just create a virtual box, install any Linux machine, and there also you can practice it. Okay. మీకు గిల్డా update -y. Why it is slow?
లైక్ 1 CPU తీసుకున్నాం కదా.
1 CPU కి పెద్ద ఇబ్బంది ఉండదు. ఇది ఎందుకో కిల్ అయిపోతుంది. ఓకే. ఒకసారి రీస్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను, ఆగండి. ఇక్కడ ఏదో ఇష్యూ వస్తుంది. సో ఒకసారి రీస్టార్ట్ చేస్తే
లైక్ ఇప్పుడు మనం సర్వర్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడే మనకి చెప్తుంది, అంటే ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటుంది.
లేదు. స్టార్ట్ అయిన తర్వాత కూడా ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ద వర్చువల్ మిషన్ ప్రాబ్లమ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ సమ్ ఏజెంట్ ఏదో ఇన్స్టాల్ అవ్వలేదు అనుకుంటా, అందుకని లోపల.
ఓకే.
Okay, so now go back to putty. Okay, so give the name, give the password. Okay, m update -y. విఎంతో ఏదో ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నట్టుందండి.
ఒకసారి విండోస్ ట్రై చేద్దాం.
విండోస్ ట్రై చేయొచ్చు, విండోస్ ట్రై చేయడం ఏముంది, ఇది కిల్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, మీకు విండోస్ కావాలా? ఓకే, కానీ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, I can show you, but on the real time you will not get Windows Server anytime. Everything is Linux.
ఓకే.
విండోస్ సర్వర్ అనేది తగలదు మీకు, ఏ సర్వర్ అయినా లైనక్స్ లోనే పనిచేస్తుంది మీకు. సో బీ హ్యాబిట్ చేసుకోండి వర్కింగ్ విత్ లైనక్స్. ఓకే, సో నాకు పెద్ద ఇబ్బంది ఏం లేదు. ఓకే, నాకు ఏ ఓఎస్ అన్నా ఒకటే. విండోస్ 2019 అన్న పర్లేదు, 4 CPU. So I will give the name. Okay, so port number 80, disk, HDD, networking ఆల్రెడీ మన దగ్గర ఉంది కాబట్టి. ఓకే, review and create. Create. డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ అయింది. సో
Yeah.
let us wait ఇది DNS VM virtual machine agent status.
లైక్ మన రీజియన్ ప్రాబ్లం అనుకుంటాను.
ఏం ప్రాబ్లం ఉండదండి. ఓకే, so give the IP address, click on connect, give the username and password. Yes. Okay, so you can see the system is ready. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it has been done. Now what I will do is I will install internet access. Okay, so for that what I will do, manage, add roles and features. Okay, it is still working. Okay, this is still working. Okay, just wait for a second. Okay, everything is ready now. Click on add roles and features. Okay, click on next. Everything will be default. Okay, so we don't need to do anything here. Here what you need to do is you need to click on web server. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, so just add feature, next, 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 install it. Okay.
లైనక్స్ కి బై డిఫాల్ట్ ఇంటర్నెట్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్.
This is a Apache type of thing, internet one. Okay.
Okay.
Apache, Linux లో Apache అను Nginx ఎలా ఉంటుందో విండోస్ కి IIS అనేది అలా. Okay, if you want to host any application on the Windows server, then you will install these things. Okay.
లైక్ మనం విండోస్ లో కూడా Nginx యూజ్ చేసి డొమైన్ రన్ చేయొచ్చు.
నేనైతే చేయలేదండి. ఓకే, ఎందుకు అబద్ధం చెప్పటం. విండోస్ లో అసలు అప్లికేషన్ అనేది డిప్లాయ్ చెయ్యరు. ఓకే, ఎక్సెప్ట్ .NET, ఆల్ అదర్ అప్లికేషన్స్ విల్ బి యూజ్డ్ బై లైనక్స్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, ఓన్లీ .NET మాత్రమే. అది ఎందుకంటే .NET విండోస్ లోనే అంటే .NET is owned by Microsoft, అందుకని. That is the reason why we have IIS for .NET.
Okay.
Okay, it has been installed. Close it. Okay.
Okay.
Now what I will do, I will go back and I will click on this one and I will go here and I will click on enter. Okay. Okay. Let us wait. HTTPS మీదకి వెళ్తుంది. Remove HTTPS and click on enter. So you are able to see this one, the Windows Internet Information Services. So నేను IP address కాకుండా I want to go with domain. So నేను ఏం చేస్తాను, ఏదైతే నేను route.dns zone create చేశానో, so I will go into this and I will create a record set. Okay. So click on add and say demo.virtualcloudlearning.com and the IP address will be this one. ఏదైతే public IP address వచ్చిందో ఆ public IP address ని యాడ్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే, క్లిక్ ఆన్ యాడ్. సో యాడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇట్ విల్ గివ్ యూ ద రికార్డ్. ఓకే, సో రికార్డ్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత జస్ట్ కాపీ ఇట్ అండ్ పేస్ట్ ఇట్. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఇలా వచ్చింది మీకు, ఇలా వచ్చింది కదా. జస్ట్ యూ కెన్ గో టు కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ and you can do the NS lookup where it will give you the IP address of your domain. Okay.
Okay.
So just let us wait. It will non-existent. Demo.virtualcloudlearning. Why it is not coming? Reliance cannot find demo.virtualcloud. Yeah, that may be it is not propagated to everything. So ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇది చెక్ చేయాలంటే what you can do is DNS propagate checker. Okay, దీంట్లోకి వెళ్ళి మీరు ఇచ్చి just you give this domain name. Okay, search. So you can see wherever it is accessible. Okay, so only కొంతవరకు అయింది. So it will take some time to propagate to other regions. Okay, so this is about your public domain. Okay, now if you want to access your website, okay, from your internal, అంటే మీ ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ లో మాత్రమే మీరు యాక్సెస్ చేయాలి అంటే then you need to go with private one. Okay. సో అది ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు? It is the same thing. Okay, so now ఇక్కడ మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే ప్రైవేట్ DNS కొడతారు. ఓకే, ప్రైవేట్ DNS zone. ఓకే, సేమ్ మీరు ఎలాగైతే పబ్లిక్ DNS zone క్రియేట్ చేశారో you will be creating in the same way. Okay. So just you give the name. Okay, so virtual.com ఇవ్వండి. నెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం చేయట్లేదు, వర్చువల్ నెట్వర్క్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఓకే, ఫ్రమ్ విచ్ వర్చువల్ నెట్వర్క్ యూ వాంట్ టు యూస్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ నేను నా వర్చువల్ నెట్వర్క్ సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తాను. సో ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ విత్ ఎనేబుల్ ఆటో రిజిస్ట్రేషన్. ఐ విల్ గివ్ VNet ఆప్షన్. ఓకే, సంథింగ్ ఏదైనా ఇవ్వచ్చు మీరు నేమ్. ఓకే, క్లిక్ ఆన్ క్రియేట్. నెక్స్ట్ రివ్యూ అండ్ క్రియేట్. సో ఒకసారి వ్యాలిడేషన్ రన్ అయిన తర్వాత click on create. Okay, సో ఒక్కసారి ఇది అయిన తర్వాత so it will take some time.
మనం వీటి కూడా నేమ్ సర్వర్స్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ చేయాలి.
ప్రైవేట్ కి అవసరం లేదండి, ప్రైవేట్ కి నేమ్ సర్వర్ అవసరం లేదు. ఓకే, ఫర్ దట్ యూ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు డూ ఎనీథింగ్. నేమ్ సర్వర్ ఏం అవసరం లేదు దీనికి. నేను చూపిస్తా ఇప్పుడు. ఎందుకంటే మీ
Okay.
నెట్వర్క్ లోనే కదా నేమ్ సర్వర్లు ఉంటాయి, బట్ ఇట్ విల్ బి విత్ ఇన్ యువర్ నెట్వర్క్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే,
Okay.
నేను చూపిస్తా ఇప్పుడు. ఐ విల్ షో యూ ద డెమో, డోంట్ వరీ. Okay, now the deployment is completed. Now what I will do, I will go to private DNS zone. I will create a record set, click on add, and what I will say is private -DNS. And what should be my IP address? My IP address should be private IP address of my machine. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now what we will do, we will go to virtual machine and click on VM and try to add this IP address. Okay. So go here and click on add this IP address. So there is a space in the starting. Okay, click on add. Okay. Okay, so see, there is no NS records because that is a private one. So there is no need of NS records for us. Okay.
ఓకే. నేను ఇది ప్రైవేట్ అడ్రస్ ఎక్కడ కాపీ చేశారో నేను మిస్ అయ్యాను విఎంలో.
ఇదిగోండి ఇక్కడ. సో వెన్ యూ లాగిన్ ఇంటూ ద విఎం,
స్క్రీన్ కొద్దిగా స్లో వస్తుంది.
నౌ
ఓకే,
యు ఆర్
ఇక్కడ
ఏబుల్
ఉందా?
టు ఇక్కడ ఉంది. ఓకే, క్లిక్ ఆన్ వర్చువల్ క్లౌడ్. సో నౌ ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఏమి ఇచ్చాను, మీకు డిఎన్ఎస్ రికార్డ్ నేమ్ ప్రైవేట్ డిఎన్ఎస్.
ఓకే,
ఇది కాబట్టి జస్ట్ కాపీ ఇట్ అండ్ గో టు యువర్ విఎం. ఓకే, ఏదైతే విఎం లో ఉన్నారో వెళ్ళి బ్రౌజర్ ఓపెన్ చేసి
so we can access from VM.
So now you can access from VM. Okay, but whenever you are working on your organization, okay, ఇది చూడండి. So you are able to access it on HTTP. Okay. So is it clear? Okay.
clear. ఒకటి
చెప్పండి.
పబ్లిక్ డొమైన్ యాడ్ చేసేటప్పుడు మీరు సబ్ డొమైన్ పెట్టారు కదా డెమో అని, అది పెట్టకుండా మనం డైరెక్ట్ మీ డొమైన్తో యాక్సెస్ చేయలేము.
డొమైన్. ఓకే, టెల్ మీ వన్ థింగ్. ఓకే, నేను ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతా. you have a surname, right?
ఓకే,
నీకు సర్నేమ్ ఉంది. సర్నేమ్ తో పాటు మనం వేరే నేమ్ ఎందుకు పెట్టుకుంటున్నాం మనం? వై వి ఆర్ పుట్టింగ్ ఐడెంటిటీ కోసం, రైట్? యు ఆర్ సంపత్, ఐఎమ్ శేఖర్, సమ్వన్ ఇస్ సమ్ ఎక్స్, సమ్ ఇస్ సమ్ వై, రైట్? అలాగే సపోజ్ example.com ని నేను తీసుకొని వెళ్ళి ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ విత్ అన్ ఐపీ అడ్రస్, ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఓకే నేను ఇది చెయ్యొచ్చు. బట్ if I have another IP address, how I will do that?
Oh, got it. Okay.
Okay. So ఇది మెయిన్ డొమైన్. ఓకే, మెయిన్ డొమైన్ కి మీరు ఎప్పుడు ఐపీ అడ్రస్ అనేది యాడ్ చేయలేరు. ఓకే, యూ కెన్ ట్రై ఇట్. ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్ దట్? 10.0.0.5 రికార్డ్ సెట్ అవుతుంది చూడండి. క్రియేట్ అయింది @. సో ఇది ఎప్పుడు క్రియేట్ చేస్తామంటే వైల్డ్ కార్డ్ ఉన్నప్పుడు. ఓకే, అంటే దీని ముందు అంటే ఇది ఏంటంటే ఎలా పనిచేస్తుందంటే స్టార్ డాట్ అంటే ఏదైనా కూడా ఇంకా దాని నుంచే అంటే ఏమవుతుంది, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ గో టు దట్ ఐపీ అడ్రస్ ఓన్లీ. దీని ముందు ఏది ఉన్నా కూడా ట్రాఫిక్ అనేది ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తుంది, ఇక్కడికే వెళ్తుంది,
మెయిన్ ఐపీ.
మెయిన్ ఐపీకి వెళ్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు మీ అప్లికేషన్ అనేది 10.0.0.6 లో ఉంది. ఓకే, డొమైన్ ఇదే ఉంది, మీకు ట్రాఫిక్ ఎలా వెళ్తుంది? దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ వై ఫర్ ఆల్ దట్ అప్లికేషన్స్ we will create a different domain. Okay, అర్థమైందా? So what, okay, so now let us do the summarize what we have done. Okay, is so what we have done, we have understood the DNS. Okay, so how a DNS will work and on what ways you can configure. So in Azure, coming to Azure, we can configure two different domain names: public domain, private domain. Okay, public domain is for internet facing applications. Okay, remember, public domain are if they are only talking and about
private is for within the organization.
Okay, so I will show you again how I have created that one. I will show you the step by step again. So just if you want to create a public zone, the major thing is already you need to own a domain. Already you need to own a domain, or you need to buy a domain, and you need to configure in your Azure. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? That is one thing. Second one is you need to copy the NS records from your Azure DNS to your main domain hosted. Where is your domain is hosted, you need to use there. Okay, that is the second point.
Yeah. Okay,
so in my example, whatever I have shown, my domain is hosted on Hostinger. Okay, so whenever you want to access this virtual cloud learning from your cloud applications, then you need to go to DNS zone. DNS zone is a public domain. Okay, DNS is a public domain, and private DNS zone is private. Okay. So normally we will only use private DNS in our organizations. Okay, so we will use it, but very less amount. Okay, so there are hybrid model. Okay, so you can understand we have something called as hybrid DNS configurations. Okay, so what do you mean by hybrid DNS? So DNS server will be there on your on-premises as well, and in the same way you will create another DNS on your cloud, so that whatever the traffic or whatever the URLs or applications are there on your cloud, it will use. Okay, and what we will do is, whatever the traffic is going to this DNS will also go to this DNS. So what we will do is, we will write something called as forwarding rules. Okay, so suppose if on-premises DNS also, suppose on-premises DNS server wants to access this DNS, what I will do, I will add this record forwarding rules to this one, and whatever the traffic want to go from here to here, I will write the rules here as well, so that whatever the domain name is there in on-premises, that will work on cloud, as well as whatever the domain are there in cloud, if I want to work in my on-premises, I will add here. Okay, got it?
Good.
So how you want to create it, just go and click on DNS zone, click on create. So you want to give the domain name only, and you need already it is there. Okay, let me do virtualcloudlearning1.com, and you need to select your resource group and whatever the subscription you have, that one, and click on DNS. So this is used for transfer of your domain. Suppose if I want to transfer my domain from Hostinger to Azure, Then what I will do is overview. Here, create or migrate your website. Okay. So this one you can select and click on start. Okay. Or here you can do something. Okay. So whatever the option we have here, we can do this one. Okay. So now click on tags, review and create. Okay. So once you get created, what you need to do is whatever the NS records you are seeing. Okay. Whatever the NS records you are seeing here, you need to add this information in your main domain. Okay. So this one I have added. This one I have added. Okay. So which is one is dns.com and one is dns.net. Okay. Okay. So these two things we have added. So once you configure everything, you can go and create your domain name. Okay. So what do you mean by a record and what do you mean by AA record? Any idea? I think I have told this one.
Think for
Tell me. See, A record is for IPv4 address. Okay. And AA is our IPv6 address. Okay. MX record. It is for mail exchange. If you are configuring any mail server, then you will use this record. Okay. There is something called as TXT. So there are multiple things. There are CNAME record, which is a alias name. So what is meant by alias name? Suppose if you want to use a record, if you want to have a CNAME for your alias record for a record, then you will use CNAME. Okay. So how it will be created? So what I can do, I will click on add. I can use CNAME and I will say demo1. Okay. And alias record set. So what should be your alias? Okay. So now I will say, just copy it, paste it here on the home, type demo.virtualcloudlearning.com. Okay. Click on add.
What is that about? Hours?
What is that?
Hours and
See, it is a TTL latency. Okay. TTL is nothing but time to live. Okay. So TTL is nothing but if this is my source, if this is my destination, then TTL means the time is reached to the destination and from destination coming back to your source. So this we called it as TTL. Okay. So the duration of the session is 1 hour. After 1 hour, it will be cancelled automatically and it will be reactivated again. Okay. So don't worry about this. Okay. So now what I will do, I will go and click on this one, domain 1, and I will go and click on this one. Okay. You can see now you are able to see with the other name. Okay. Just copy it. Just paste it. Sorry, demo, delete, enter. So now you can see with both the names, you are able to see that website with domain 1 as well and with demo as well. Okay. So that is, we called it as CNAME, which is a alias name. Okay. So whatever we have done till now in public DNS, the same thing is for private as well, but the only major difference is it works on internet and it works on private. Okay. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
So that is about the DNS part. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is about the DNS part, and we have only left over with one topic, which is VPN. Okay.
VPN.
So
Okay.
what I will do, I will just give you an overview now, and tomorrow we will see the lab. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I will show you how you need to create the VPN gateway as well, but it will take some time. So we will do the lab tomorrow because it will take 40 minutes of time. Okay. So the next one is, so we have only two topics. Okay. One is VPN. One is express route. If you want to write it down anywhere, you can write it down. Express route in Azure, direct connect in AWS, fast connect in Oracle Cloud, interconnect in GCP. Okay. So we will discuss this one on Friday. So just take a screenshot, or if you want to do anything, you can do that. Okay. Now coming to the VPN. See, whenever we talk about the VPN, the first thing you need to remember is it works on untrusted network. Okay. So what do you mean by untrusted network? It works on internet. Okay.
Okay.
So VPN will be configured over the internet. Okay. So why we use this VPN in Azure is, if you want to connect two different data centers. Okay. Suppose if this is my Hyderabad data center, and if I want to connect to my Bangalore data center, then I can use both. I can use this option and this option. But at present we are discussing on this one. That's why I'm saying, okay. So I can connect by using my VPN. Okay. Why VPN? Why we cannot use this one? We can use both the options. Not a problem. But major thing is VPN is cost effective. Okay. If you are doing any demos, okay, suppose if you want to give a demo to your client, or if you are doing any proof of concept that how it will work, how your traffic will route, all these things, then only you will need to use VPN. Okay. That is one case, POC, proof of concept. The second one is budget. If you have any budget constraints that you cannot go with express route or direct connect, then you will go with VPN. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Now. Okay. So in VPN, the second one is we have two types of VPN. Okay. So we have two types of VPN. One is site-to-site VPN. Another one is point-to-site VPN.
Okay.
Types two. One is site-to-site. Another one is point-to-site. Okay. So site-to-site, remember, data center to data center. Okay. If someone is saying data center to data center connection via VPN, it is site-to-site VPN. If from your laptop, point-to-site means from your laptop, if you are connecting to your data center, that is point-to-site VPN. Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. So now, whenever you are going with VPN configuration, okay, so the major 4 things you need to remember. Okay, 4 things we must remember in the time of interview is very critical, these things. Okay, so what is that? The first one is gateway. So from where my traffic should go outside of my Azure so that I can reach to my destination. Okay. Okay, I will show you a diagram so that it will be easy for you to understand. VPN site to site in Azure. Okay. Let us take this diagram. Okay. So once we discuss this one, we will go with the other one. So see, if you see this diagram, these are the gateways. Okay. That means from my network, if I want to reach to my on-premises, my traffic should come to this gateway first. Okay. Gateway is nothing but my endpoint, exit endpoint. Okay. So I need my on-premises IP address so that I can configure my tunnel. Second one. First thing is gateways. Okay. First one is gateway. Sorry. First one is gateway details. Second one, we need to have public IP address. Why I need to have a public IP address? Because if I want to go with my tunnel creation, if I want to create a tunnel between my on-premises and between my Azure, I need to have a public IP address. Why? Anyone see why we require public IP address is I need to have the IP. Suppose if I want to have a communication between two different laptops. So what is the major thing I need to have? IP address, right?
Yeah.
If that is on the internet, okay, if that is on the internet, then I need to have a public IP address. Okay. Okay. Don't worry. I will explain you tomorrow as well, but I'm giving you a overview. Okay. So that it will be easy. If you want to read tomorrow, you can read before tomorrow's class and you can come. So here I will have one IP address. And here, if you want to create active and standby means high availability. If you want to have your high availability for your VPN, then you will create two different IP addresses. Okay. Okay. The third one is, the fourth one is configuration of route tables. So why we need to configure route table? So I want to say this VNet is, if you want to reach to 10.51.0.16, 10.52.0.0.16, then you need to go to this VPN gateway. In the same way, if you want to connect from on-premises to your VNet, then you need to write a route table here that if you want to reach to 10.11.series and 10.12.series, you need to reach to this gateway. Okay. So once you have your route table configured, the last step is NSG, Network Security Group, which is a firewall. You need to enable the traffic on what ports you want to send the traffic. Okay. So you want to send the traffic on port number 22, or you want to send it on 443. If that is a database, if you have a database, you can use 1521. If that is a Postgres, you can go with 3305 or 2206 or 3307. If that is a mail server, you can go with 25. That depends upon what type of ports you want to open. You can open here. Okay. So total 5 different steps, we can conclude the VPN configuration. Okay. So I'm just repeating it again. The first one is creation of gateways. Okay. Creation of gateway. Second one, getting the public IP address of your destination, and in the same way you need to provide the public IP address of your Azure to your on-premises. Okay. Third one, by using these public IP addresses, you need to create a tunnel. This one. Okay. Tunnel. Okay. And fourth step, route table. Fifth step, firewall, NSG. So once you configure everything, your VPN is done. Okay.
Okay.
So what will be the interview questions? I will tell you. Have you created VPN? Yes. What type of VPN? Site-to-site VPN, point-to-site VPN. Can you explain me the steps, how you have created? So whatever the 5 steps I have told you, that 5 steps you need to tell. What protocol you are using? BGP is the protocol. Okay. So we will discuss this one in detail. Okay. What do you mean by BGP? Okay. What security protocol you are using? IPsec. IPsec is a security protocol which we use in VPN. And by using a BGP network, our traffic will be going. Okay. So these are the different questions where they can ask you. More than this one, they will not ask you anything on VPN. Okay. There will be another question, something like, why not express route? Why you are going with VPN? Simple answer is, first one, cost. The second one is, if you are only doing any POC type of things, or if you are testing something, then only we will go with VPN. Okay. If there is no constraint of cost, then I will go with express route. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions till now?
No questions.
So I am sharing you one link on your chat. Before you come to the class, read the VPN and come. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay. I will be giving you the